it becomes even more difficult to bring our city back to where it needs to be, not to mention the fact that we have limited resources in order to be able to do that.
I absolutely agree, and the thought that keeps coming to my mind is a house divided amongst itself will fall. And I think that at some point, we as New Orleanians need to just put aside the pretense. I always say that I'm kind of a beer and beans kind of girl. And so I'm kind of a girl, like I said, a Yat from the East who just has happened to made good. And I never walk away from that. I'm proud of my Yatness. And I think that we need to start to understand that we as New Orleanians need to put down whatever divides us, whatever those preconceived notions are, whether it's money, taxes, faiths, socioeconomic, race, it doesn't matter. We need to put that down and understand, which is what I love about this city so much, is that whenever I go in the city, I never forget to remind people that I'm from here. So if I'm in the French Quarter, I happen to know that I'll get really good service if people know that I'm from here, because then I'll be back. And so what happened after the Super Bowl, which was another great opportunity for the city, where we reached across those lines and we became New Orleanians and proud. And we were able to look at ourselves, and if you look at and remember Bourbon Street, which I was there at 2 o'clock in the morning, and see where it was multicultural, multi-aged. I mean, it was everybody and anybody out there in the streets celebrating. Who would have thought that the Saints would have ever won a Super Bowl, but celebrating something that made this city great. And that's what we have to get back to. We have to remind ourselves that it's not me against you, it's me and you. Because again, all you have to do is turn on the television and see that we are competing in a nation. And it's a very large nation, and we're just one part of this nation. And unfortunately, we compete against other cities within a state. And this is a very divided state. We're divided up and down, you know, northern Louisiana, southern Louisiana. We have southwest Louisiana. And so we're very divided. And if we are going to get these resources and attract these resources, what we must do is speak with that one tongue. And just remember that, you know, we're just New Orleanians.
Now, how does the Institute bring people together? I know that it is important for you to talk about planning and have contingencies, and it is very, very important for the community to be involved. It's important for businesses to be involved. How does your business, how does the Institute actually work to bring people together?
Well, we're very fortunate, and through my association with the Association of Contingency Planners, I was invited to serve on a group that was called the Carey Institute, that is funded through a grant through the Department of Homeland Security. And they're instigating a resiliency portal. And so what that is going to do is, and they want to bring this out to different members, to different communities throughout the United States. We've been working very, very hard on trying to bring the Carey Institute down to New Orleans to help us begin our resiliency plan. And so by working with neighborhood associations, with different nonprofits, working very specifically with the American Red Cross, Kay has also served on this committee also. By bringing these communities down, what we're trying to do is to create what I call a mass movement by beginning this dialogue at the community level, then bringing businesses together, attracting the governments that be, putting them in place, and then being able to present back to the Carey Institute, we're ready. We want this project. And we are working very hard, and hopefully by summer we will be one of the selected communities to do that. So
now, do you have businesses involved in this process?
We absolutely,
businesses that are involved also?
We absolutely do. And initially what we started with is there was an original partnership with the Louisiana Small Business Development Center, with Stay Local, the Urban Conservancy, and we're also working with the City of New Orleans on this. I bring with me all of our members of the Association for Contingency Planners with me. So and then now inviting the neighborhood associations in and the Community Action Corps people in, what we're trying to do is, and of course with the nonprofits, I don't mean to forget them, with Kay and the American Red Cross and all the different VOADs throughout the city, is to create this movement. And that's really what this is to me, this has to be a movement. It cannot be thought of as any other way, where again the